94.5 PST. Did you miss anything with Chris, Joe, and Gianna on Chris and the Crew? Catch up now. This is Chris and the Crew on Demand, sponsored by Trinity Rehab. Schedule an appointment now at trinity-rehab.com.
Your number one music station is 94.5 PST. We're going to play a bit of a new game right now. It's Chris and the Crew coming up at just 8 o'clock, so just under an hour from now. Your first shot at that Sabrina Carpenter shopping spree on Amazon coming your way with Sabrina's wish list just after 8, courtesy of Island Records.
Ooh.
All right, your new game today.
New game. It's called the 5-second rule. We're playing the Halloween edition. Basically, we're going to give you 5 seconds to name 5 Halloween things based on a category. So we're going to bring Natalie in Bordentown on. Hey, Natalie, how you feeling today?
Good morning.
Good. How are you?
Are you in the Halloween spirit right now? I feel like a lot of people aren't yet, which is kind of annoying me.
I am totally in the Halloween spirit. I love Halloween.
All right.
favorite holiday.
So we'll see how you do with this. Gianna's going to give you the topic. You have to name 5 of them in 5 seconds. I will warn you, there's a scary timer that goes on in the background. All right, first one coming your way, Natalie. Here it is.
All right, we're going to do different Halloween candies. You have 5 seconds. Your timer's starting now.
Snickers, Reese's, M&M's, Skittles.
That was 5 seconds. I heard
4.
Snickers, Reese's, M&M's, Skittles.
That's
it sounds
4.
like we only got 4, Natalie.
All right, we'll see if we can do better on the second try here, Natalie.
You got 2 more times.
You got 2 more times
To redeem yourself.
All right, Natalie, here it comes.
Okay. The next one is different colors of Halloween decorations.
Oh, my God.
Ready?
Okay.
Go.
Orange, black, purple, green, and blue.
I would say that was 5 colors.
I would say that was 5 colors.
And I would say that's 5 colors that would describe Halloween.
Yeah, I wasn't sure, but I was actually, Natalie, I wasn't even sure what you're going to do for the 5th one. When you said blue, I was like, I
But
wouldn't.
blue?
Blue works. Like, I was thinking to myself as it was happening, I was like, I don't know.
Sometimes ghosts are blue, like a light blue. I'm going to count that, Natalie.
I was thinking of those blue pumpkins that people put out for
I like it.
that don't
Yeah.
eat the candy. Yeah.
All right, third attempt at this, Natalie. We'll see if we can get 2 out of 3. Third prompt coming your way now.
All right, Natalie. Halloween costumes that start with the letter B. Go.
Okay. Bat broom, black cat, black spider, black ghost.
I would count.
I have a question about that last one. I don't know the last time I saw a black ghost, but okay.
Usually it's but anyway.
Anyway, we're going to call it a winner.
We'll call it a winner for now.
We are going to call it a winner. Natalie.
Natalie, you're going to come on with us in just a few minutes. We're going to play a night.
All right, here we go. We are going to play round 2 of the 5-second rule. Who's our contestant in round 2, Gianna?
All right, Maddie's in Bordentown today. All
the
right,
Halloween
Maddie.
edition, Maddie.
Oh.
Are you in the Halloween spirit this year? I feel like a lot of people aren't.
I'm wearing my Hocus Pocus shirt right now.
Oh, I love it. It's my favorite holiday, so justice for Halloween. All right, Maddie, we are going to get started. We have 3 categories for you. You got to name 5 of these Halloween-themed things in 5 seconds. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right. Your first category is 5 things you would see in a haunted house. Let that digest for a second.
All right.
All
And
right,
now,
here we go.
go.
Time is starting.
All right. Chainsaw mascara guy. Bloody knives.
All right, that was 5 seconds.
Yeah.
That was rough.
That's
That was a
okay.
tough one, though.
Those were 2 things that I think you would see in a haunted house.
I would have said, like, a door, anything you see in a regular house, because they're also in a haunted house.
Well,
That would have been my approach, right? There's
I
a
guess.
door in a haunted house. There's
sometimes
always,
there's windows.
Sometimes, yeah, scary windows.
A scary window where
Yeah.
people pop out of things.
Okay.
All right, Maddie, there's still time for redemption. Your next category is 5 things associated with witches. Here we go.
Okay.
Your 5 seconds is starting now.
Witch's brew. Brooms. Candles. Potions and magic.
All right.
I would say, yeah.
I would say you got that.
Yeah.
Congrats, Maddie.
All right, let's
All
see
right.
if we can get the third one. The
You're
third
1 and
one's where
1.
it comes down to.
All right, the last one is 5 Halloween or scary movies. Are you ready?
Yes.
Here we go.
Hocus Pocus, Halloween, Chucky, Bride of Chucky, 5 of the lamb.
I think that's 5.
You got 5. Congrats,
Okay.
Maddie.
You did it, Maddie. It's like you black out when you're playing the game, right? Sometimes.
It is. It is
It's
like
jarring.
that. All right, Maddie, hang on the line so we can get you your prize.
It's Can't Beat Chris. Can't Beat Chris on 94.5 PST.
Well, actually, it's Can't Beat Joe today. Chris is the morning off. Joe is sitting in the hot seat. Who is taking on Joe this morning? Good morning, PST.
Good morning, it's Krista,
Hey, Krista. Where are you from?
Bucks County.
All right, Krista. You've played with us before, right?
Yes, I have.
And you tied with Chris, is what I heard.
Yes.
So
Well, I'm going for a win today. I'm going to beat you. I'm going to give you a loss there, Krista, okay?
We'll see about it.
All right, I'm leaving.
All right, Joe is getting out of the room. Krista, we're going to give you the first 3 questions. You'll answer them the best that you can. And then when Joe gets back, he'll answer the same 3. We'll see who gets more right, okay?
Okay.
All right, here we go. Your quiz is starting now. Today is reality star Kim Kardashian's birthday. How many times has Kim Kardashian been married?
Four times.
Do you want to lock in 4?
Yeah, locking in 4.
All right, moving on to the next question. Meghan Trainor released her song Lips Are Moving 2 years ago today. She released her first single, which was a major hit in 2014. What is the name of her first single?
All about that bass.
Do you want to lock in All About That Bass?
Yes.
All right, final question, Krista. You're almost there. Jennifer Lawrence is expecting her second baby. She played Katniss Everdeen in what popular movie series?
The Hunger Games.
You want to lock in the Hunger Games?
Yes.
All right, let's do it. We're going to call Joe back into the room. Can't Beat Chris is powered by Legoland Discovery Center, Philadelphia. Jump into a world of creativity, color, and playful learning. Info and tickets at philadelphia.legolanddiscoverycenter.com. All right, Joe is back. Hello, Joe.
Hello.
Are you ready for
Let's
your
go.
quiz?
Let's go.
All right.
Start my quiz.
Krista's answers are all locked in. Here we go. Today is reality star Kim Kardashian's birthday. How many times has Kim Kardashian been married?
So this is either 2 or 3. I just can't remember. I think there's a third one whose name I can't think of. Chris Humphries and Kanye. And I think there's a third one whose name I can't think of. So I'm going to go with 3.
Joe said 3. Krista said 4. Joe is correct. Wrong button. Joe is correct. It is 3. There was some random guy before Chris Humphries, so you were right. All right, question 2. Meghan Trainor released her song Lips Are Moving 2 years ago today. She released her first single, which was a major hit in 2014. What is the name of her first single?
It would be All About That Bass, I think. Yeah, All About That Bass. I'm going to lock it in.
You both said All About That Bass, and you're both correct. All right, so Joe is up by 1, Krista. We're going into the final question. Jennifer Lawrence is expecting her second baby. She played Katniss Everdeen in what popular movie series?
Oh, crap. I couldn't even begin to tell you. J-Law.
What?
J-Law. Oh, no.
5 seconds, Joe.
Oh, no. I got nothing.
2.
The Avengers.
What? Well, that's not right.
I knew it wasn't.
Krista said The Hunger Games. The Hunger
crap.
Games is correct, which means, Krista, you and Joe tied today. So I would say another tie is not too bad. Congrats, Krista.
Thank you.
Just for playing with us today, you won a 4-pack of tickets to Disney on Ice at the Cure Insurance Arena on February 6th.
Awesome. Thanks so much.
Tickets for Disney on Ice go on sale October 22nd. For more info, go to DisneyOnIce.com. Hang on the line, Krista.
Listen tomorrow morning at 7:40 for another chance to beat Chris on 94.5 PST. It's Chris and the Crew's Daily Scoop.
So some shocking details came out about the death of One Direction member Liam Payne's death. And if you know me, I have just been in shambles over this. This is just, it's so awful, this whole story. So some news has come out that the autopsy report revealed that he was most likely on hallucinogenic drugs at the time of his fall. And other reports are saying that he may have gotten the drugs from one of the employees at the hotel that he was staying at.
I have to imagine that kind of thing happens regularly, and I think they say an indictment's going to be coming, or
Yes.
charges are going to be coming against the hotel worker. I imagine if you work in the hotel, you're told just to please the guest, especially a quote-unquote VIP guest like that.
Right, but oh my gosh, it's terrible. And so there were other reports coming out about other guests who were staying at the hotel at the same time, and we know that he was kind of causing a scene in the lobby before, and people were reporting him kind of acting strange and kind of erratic. And then one of the other guests actually said that they saw him in the lobby an hour before the fall happened, and it looked like he was on the ground somewhat convulsing. And the hotel security brought him upstairs, and 911 apparently was not called within that time frame. So it seems like a lot of things are going down and a lot of new information's
I think
coming
there's
out.
going to be a lot more charges to come. The police, I think, have started talking to the two alleged sex workers that were in the room as well, or were in the room about an hour before it happened. I saw over the weekend.
It's just so sad.
And both of them deny having been involved in any of the drug use, but they will find a way of proving that if possible.
Yeah, it's just so sad, this whole thing. Let's move on to a little bit of happier news, I guess. A new survey is saying, Joe, if I had to ask you if you could pass a driving test right now, would you?
If I had a written test, yeah,
You could pass the written test.
absolutely.
Could you pass the driving part of the test?
I'd be a little nervous. Actually, I'd be a little nervous about the parallel parking.
No way.
But I mean, I parallel park pretty regularly. I mean, I live in a city, so I do it frequently. It's just I need a little bit more space usually.
That's kind of crazy because I think the written test, there's no way I would know.
Oh, God, I think I do really good at the written test. I
So-
think I got 100 on it.
100?
Yeah.
I think
I took driver's ed very seriously.
I think I passed by like 2 points.
Is there a point in you asking this question?
Well, yeah, because only 40% of people are confident they could ace it, and 25 are saying that they probably would fail. So that's me saying I think a lot of people should probably get off the roads because that's a little
I'm
concerning.
going to take a practice driver's test now online. I'll report back to you in a couple of minutes. Stay tuned for a riveting answer.
There you go. There's the scoop.
Good morning, it's Chris and the crew on your number one music station. I'm going to repeat it just in case you just missed that Sabrina Carpenter shopping spree code. Enter the word shoes on that page right now. That's Sabrina's wish list item for 8 o'clock. Another shot comes your way today at 12 noon on PST for that $2,500 Amazon shopping spree, courtesy of Island Records. Good morning, I am Joe. We are Chris and the crew this morning. Well, I'm Joe, and that on my other side of the board here is
Gianna.
And together, we are the crew today. Chris is the morning off. She'll be back with us tomorrow morning, bright and early. So, Gianna, I made a big mistake a year ago.
What is it now?
Literally a year ago this week. A year ago, I think Thursday, I went to a wedding, and I somehow, in the chaos, I can't be the only one that did this. What do you do when you forget to give the wedding gift is really the gist of this question. 609-243-9778. And you realized it a year later. I'm sure everyone's found themselves in this position, right?
Joe, nobody does
So
this.
a year ago, I went to a friend's wedding, and in the you know this, when you're rushing out the door, we had to make the wedding shuttle.
Gotcha.
Like traffic and all that stuff. We had to make the wedding shuttle to the venue.
Right.
So I was nervous about being late. So in this chaos of getting out the door, I just grabbed the card and the check was separate. And I was like, oh, God. So then I was like, I got home and I was like, I'll just mail the check.
Joe.
No big, because I mean, if you mailed couples, they don't expect all the gifts to be their day of. Well, then a week went by, another week went by, another month went by. Their anniversary, because I know they posted that their anniversary is coming up. Their anniversary is Thursday or Friday of this week.
Wait, it's been a whole year?
So it's now been a whole year. What do? I think what I want to do is I just want to Venmo them cash, or it's going to be a cash gift. The check, I mean, I don't even know where my checkbook is to rewrite another check, to be perfectly honest. I don't.
It won't make it there in time. By the time you mail a check, it's not going to make it there.
A check, they live in Philadelphia. It would just be going to the city.
You're going to drop it off?
No. You can, if you mail something, you can get there in 2 days, Gianna.
I know, but you're going to have to pay. Joe.
Pay 60 cents? After this, that's a small price for my embarrassment.
This is embarrassing. I think
This is embarrassing. And you know what's funny? I think they did send me a thank you card. And the day the thank you card came in, I was like, I should definitely mail that check. And then I didn't.
Joe, that's embarrassing. You need to just not do anything.
So you're saying
It's too late.
It is too late. No, I think you have 1 year until I think you have a year before you have to give a gift. I think that's what etiquette says.
I get
You
that,
have
but
up until that year.
I get
I
that,
don't
but
know.
at the same time, I think it's still a little embarrassing.
Does that apply if you were a guest at the actual wedding? Okay, so my
Oh my God.
solution to this is I want to open my phone right now and I want to Venmo and say so sorry. And I think I'm even going to up the gift a little bit more than I would have done.
If you're going to send it, I think it needs to be more.
Like, you'd be like, here's some hush money. Please don't tell anyone
Yes.
I mess this up.
Yes.
You know, I saw them like 3 weeks ago too, out and
Wait,
about. Ugh.
you've seen them how many times since the wedding?
Out and about.
Has it come up?
No, they haven't said you forgot your gift, you cheapo. They've
Oh.
not said that.
Oh
All right.
my God.
Gianna says ignore it.
You have to it's done now. What's done is done.
I say I still owe them a gift. What should I do? 609 4.5 PST. Thank you for waking up with us. We really do appreciate it. We have so much fun with you every morning. Another shot at that Sabrina Carpenter shopping spree coming your way today at 12 noon. It's Gianna and Joe. Well, I'm Joe. That's Gianna, I should say. Chris is the morning off. She'll be back with us tomorrow. And the good thing is I get to air my I'm a mess.
So messy.
Went to a
today.
wedding last year with my boyfriend about a year ago this week. And in the chaos of getting out the door, I left the gift at home for the couple. And now I don't know what to do because I didn't mail it like I thought I would that week.
You thought you would?
I really thought I would. Really. You know what it was? And one day I was like, oh, I got to find a stamp. And then it was like, oh, can't find a stamp. And you know what? We have stamps here. So I should have just
Yep.
paid for a stamp here.
That's interesting.
It's an option. I just didn't do that.
Yep.
So what do I do? I said I'm going to Venmo them cash. Like Venmo the money, be like, have at it.
I think Joe should just leave it.
Gianna said, just leave it, set it, forget it, not your problem, someone else's now, bye. So we'll see. We asked for some advice. First up on the phones, who's it?
Catherine's in East Brunswick. Catherine, what do you think Joe should do?
Oh, I definitely think Venmo them today.
That's what,
Maybe up it.
and up the gift, right? Yeah, like if it was going to, if it was going to be $200 gift, make it $250.
Yeah, that happened to us at our wedding. My husband's friend was like a no-show, and I was so angry for a year until he sent a gift. And then I'm like, you know what? That's okay.
It makes it all okay.
Yes, yeah, I'm a little less angry. So I definitely think Venmo today because you could just say thinking of you on your anniversary.
Oh,
Yeah.
They know.
Thinking of you on your anniversary, even though I forgot your wedding.
That's a good, wait, no, that's a good way to kind of go around it though.
Well, no, I don't. I want it to be acknowledged that I messed up. Like, I forgot.
Yeah, but the good in is
Oh, yeah.
thinking
Happy
of you
anniversary.
on your anniversary.
Forgetting and remembering my many flaws.
Rachel is in Somerville. Rachel, what do you think Joe should do?
Okay, so hearing this made me feel terrible because I owe someone a wedding gift from like 2 years ago.
Oh, yes.
And it was actually August 2 years ago because I just checked the Facebook while I was waiting to go on.
Wait, there's no way.
Yeah, like it's so bad. But I just got married this past October, and like people said they were coming and didn't come, and like they didn't show up, and like you're still out the money. The venue does not care, so I don't think they really care how late your gift is. I think it's appreciated because like you're definitely dropping like $150 to $200-$300 per person on a plate. So I don't think it matters. If anything, I'll just laugh. But I'm right there with you. Big mess.
Big mess, she said.
Send yours too today.
Lauren is in Middlesex. Hey, Lauren, what's going on?
Good morning. So I was in the same situation. We got invited to a wedding, my husband and I. We weren't able to attend, and I forgot to send a gift. I realized it probably a few months later and felt embarrassed. But then when I noticed that I wasn't seeing her posting like on Facebook with her husband anymore. So I don't think they're together anymore. So I kind of got off the hook on that one.
Oh, I thought they blocked you.
No, but we also got invited to another wedding that we did not attend, and my husband sent Venmo because we forgot. And
it's one of those things you got to do
like
it, right? You got
Honestly,
to do it when you get the invite so you don't forget.
honestly, that is maybe Venmo
I
is
think
the way
it's
to
worse,
go.
Gianna, because I went, right? Like, she didn't go to those weddings, so she could have almost plausible deniability. Like, oh, yeah, I wasn't going to. Like, this is worse. I went there. I ate. I danced. I drank. I did all of those things.
You're a freeloader.
I was a freeloader.
Chris in Branchburg said, send the gift. I remember the people who didn't bother to give us a card for our wedding 5 years ago. Oh, Joe, you're going to be on the
I don't think this is also the first time I've done this. I think I've done this before as well.
Carol in Langhorne said, send it, Joseph. It's for the best. Oh, she brought out the government first name.
Government first name. She's not wrong.
I love it. Everybody's saying definitely shoot them a text and say, hey, I messed up, but I'm going to Venmo you. And hopefully they just laugh about it.
Nikki and Jackson said they're never going to bring it up to me. She's right about that.
Yeah, she's
I did just talk to one of them like the other day.
They probably try to avoid. You probably only saw them a few times because the other times they probably run away from you because they're like, oh, not that big.
Not that cheap.
Not that cheap.
The big day is, what is it? Just over 2 weeks away, right? I think
Yeah.
it's 15 days from right now. And obviously, everything is election, right? And we have it worse, I think, than a lot of other places because Pennsylvania is such a swing state. I was talking to friends elsewhere in the country. The political ads are not nearly as bad, right? They're on everything you see. If you're streaming something, it's there. If you open a website, it's there. It's certainly every block of TV and stuff that you go to watch anything streaming. So, we don't get political here. That's not our style.
That is not our style.
Is we've had enough of the ads, right? Because they're just so negative and atrocious anyway. So we are going to do something here. We're going to call it Pets, Not Politics, right? Everyone's got a cute pet.
Everybody has a cute pet.
The next time you see a political ad, which, you're probably seeing one. If the TV's on in the background, there's probably one on right now. If you're online, there's probably one right now. The next time you see a political ad, stop what you're doing, DM us, however you want to. Send us a picture of your pet. That's it. And then what we're going to do, we're going to print them as they come in. We're going to print them and we're going to build a big wall here in the studio. And we're going to keep posting updates of it to see how many political ads people are seeing, right?
Yeah. So the number of pets we have on the wall means we're seeing that number of political ads, which I think we're going to have to build a new studio.
We may have to build a new studio if things trend the way I think they are, right? So again, we are going to do Pets Not Politics. You can DM it to us on Instagram. You can send it to us on Twitter. You can submit it on the app. You can just basically get us a picture of your pet, your dog, your cat.
Your bearded dragon, your hamster.
I'd prefer if it wasn't a snake just because I don't like snakes.
But snakes can be cute. Maybe you could put a little top hat on them or something.
Sure.
I think that'll do.
Your dog dressed as Uncle Sam. So for every political ad you see, and then we'll put it on our wall. We'll feature it here in the studio. We'll continue to post some photos of that. Gianna's going to post Riggs as the first one. Her
My
family
dog,
dog
Riggs will be the honorary first member of the
when
club.
Chris is back, we'll get her Maisie up there. We'll continue to post those pictures here in the studio. So every time you see an ad, that's your chance to send us those photos, which there's one on our TV screen right now. So we would actually you already need to submit that photo. So
Riggs
Pets Not
is going on
Politics.
the wall.
We'll start that wall this morning here on PST as we push 2 weeks until the election.
It's Chris and the Crew's Daily Scoop.
So we'll start with a little bit of somber news. So there's some new details that have come out after the death of One Direction member Liam Payne. And there's kind of some shocking details that we're finding out now. So the autopsy report and the toxicology reports revealed that he was most likely on hallucinogenic drugs at the time of his fall. And now we're kind of finding out that the drugs may have been given to him by employees at the hotel, which... Joe, you think that this is kind of like a thing that happens sometimes?
Think in luxury hotels, I think a lot of times like hotel workers are basically told the guest, you get the guest what they want.
Right.
I have heard of friends. I know somebody who worked in one of the fancier hotels in Atlantic City, and essentially like he had to go out and get like things for a celebrity once.
That's awful.
Now I don't know if that's true or not, but basically like pills and things for the celebrity, like very specific things. And I think you're just told like, oh yeah, okay, well if they call the desk and they want like a sex worker, okay, we'll get them a sex worker.
Ooh.
Like it's I just think you're told the guest is always right.
So I was seeing things, so that kind of explains as to why the hotel staff may not have called 911 as soon as they should have. We're also seeing stuff that like people were revealing that they were staying in the same hotel at the same time and that they saw Liam was in the lobby kind of wreaking havoc, and he was smashing his laptop and just kind of acting a little crazy. And somebody actually saw that he fell to the ground and was convulsing at one point. And then when he came to, the hotel staff brought him back to his hotel room, and 911 wasn't seen for a while afterwards, which was after the fall. So it kind of sounds like somebody's getting charged with something in this case. It's not looking great. Let's move on to a little bit of lighter news. So it's Halloween season, right? Spooky season is officially here. Joe, what do you think is the best rated slasher movie of all time? Are you into slasher movies?
No.
I'd say no.
No, but I am going to think it has got to be one of the older ones. So it's like Halloween or Friday the 13th.
It is Halloween. So.
Halloween. See, I do know a thing or two.
So Psycho is on that list, A Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th, and the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It's also on that. So those are some good slasher movies to add to your Halloween watch list. And also, if you're feeling stressed today, You should eat more pumpkin seeds. Experts are saying that because they're high in magnesium. Listen, I'm going to sound so smart right now, Joe. They're high in magnesium and they can regulate neurotransmitters in the brain to help you calm down. I've never felt that calm eating pumpkin seeds, but
Okay.
all right. People have spoken. There you go. There's a scoop.
The music station is 94.5 PST, about 3 hours away or so from your next shot at winning that Sabrina Carpenter shopping spree, courtesy of Island Records. Your next crack at Sabrina's wish list comes your way during Andy's Happy Hour today, just afternoon on 94.5 PST. Sponsored locally by PALivingNews.com. So we had a pretty busy weekend, Gianna. We both were out and about a lot this weekend. Friday night, I was out at Dogs and Cats Rule. We had our Friday night fright. Oh, love seeing. There's something about dogs in costumes.
I know. I saw a bunch of dogs in costumes at my event. It was the Pause for Our Cause Walk and Family Wellness Fair. It was at Rosedale Park. It benefiting Meals on Wheels in Mercer County. It was such a cute event. There were so many cute dogs around. I got to see all of my friends at Easel because that's where I adopted Riggs. And I was seeing all the cute little dogs and everybody. There was dogs in tutus and it was just so heartwarming.
One of my favorite was a bumblebee on Friday night out at Dogs and Cats Rule in Newtown. You can actually vote now on their Facebook page as well. Dogs and Cats Rules. They're giving away a 6-month supply of Picurian Solutions food. But we had fun out there. Saturday morning, I was out with our friend Dr. Patel at the brand new stunning practice, Cap Dental in Langhorne. And then Sunday, we both were busy on Sunday, right? I have a question for you though. So you went to the Giants-Eagles game, right?
I did.
So you took yourself and you went into enemy territory as an Eagles fan.
Well, my boyfriend is a Giants fan. So we went to MetLife. We actually won. We won tickets from our local dive bar. We were at the shout out Firkin Tavern. We were there more than I'd like to admit. And we won a free raffle for these tickets. And it just worked out that Giants were playing the Eagles. We put on our jerseys. It was my first NFL game. It was fun.
Wow.
And the Eagles won.
They did.
So that was awesome. There were so many Eagles fans. You could hear Fly Eagles Fly, like
That
legit
had to kill some of
so
them.
loud every time there was a touch. It was it was everything.
And were you one of, well, I guess the Giants fans were the ones booing Saquon. Was that as loud as it sounded like on TV?
Yeah, it was insane. I was like, okay, then pay him more. But anyway, that's besides the point.
Yeah, true. And then yesterday, I was out with our Chris and the Cruise drag brunch cruise. God, we had a wild time on that ship.
I was hearing some stories. I'm so mad that I missed out on
I have to tell you, our friend Carla was dancing to the song WAP.
That is
and
everything.
Gianna, the thing was, her son was there on board, so she's dancing. She's dancing with Bev, who was fantastic, and Electra and our queens were amazing on board. But she's dancing to the song WAP, and her son is right there. And it's one of those things where it's like, her son was a good sport about it, but I don't know that I would have been such a. Could you imagine watching your mom do that?
No, I love that though.
I loved her.
She better do it again because if you take that seriously, you have to just do it.
If you're on board with us yesterday, there are some things I think many people are waking up this morning wishing they could regret. One of my friends who came on board yesterday actually took the day off of work today as a result of it. As they should have. So we had a wild. I mean, God, Gianna, that video of Carla, I cannot unsee it. It was so much fun. Thank you for being a good sport and coming out yesterday on the Spirit of Philadelphia.
Chris and the Crew, 94.5 PST. This was Chris and the Crew on Demand, sponsored by Trinity Rehab. Schedule an appointment now at trinity-rehab.com. Wake up with Chris and the Crew, weekdays 6 until 10 on your #1 hit music station, 94.5 PST.